this is Forge Blaze Warrior. I am back doing part 2 of the history of Talon 4. Reading through the stories. Last episode already did the Chosen lore, and now is the pirate data, which is supposed to be taking place right after Zebus fell. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And now let's get on to the story. The fall of Zebus. Zebus has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal or in the suspense destruction of the underground facility. Our research fragments orphans. I cannot pronounce those one. Dang it! Argom were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orphan is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orphan's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy, but on restricted feeding schedule. Due to the uncertain supply status, we are ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remain at code blue. No sign of pursuit from the hunter. That was me. The hunter. Security commands issue an all points alert after the fall of Zebus. The alert concerns bioform Samus Aran, also known as the Hunter. Subject is heavily armed and extremely dangerous. Subject uses a powered armor suit of unknown design in battle. Okay, that's a lie. The pirates knew. It was the Chozo. Along with a number of potent beam and concealed weapons, all combat units are instructed to terminate Aran on sight, preferably in a fashion that will allow salvage of her powered armor suit and weapons. A considerable bounty will go to the unit who delivers Aran to command, dead or alive. It matters not. Dang, so they only want the armor? Really? So all this time, Samus Aran has been just whooping their butts. And all they want is the suit. Scans of Spiral Sector detected a massive energy spike emanating from a Widero-class planet identified as Talon 4. Scouts reconnaissance was immediately dispatched to the center of the spike and land mass at heading. Returning with the planetary samples and astronomic imaging, analysts show the energy source to be an unstable radioactive material of enormous potential. We are unable to form an accurate risk assessment at this time, but we are unlikely to find an energy source this powerful again. Analysts will continue, but currently Talon 4 appears to be a viable secondary headquarters. Okay. Science team report are on an age structure of alien design built on the surface of Talon 4. Studies show this structure protects a containment field. This field bars access to a prime source of energy within the deep crater. Science teams believe the field is powered by a number of strange Chozo artifacts. We have found some of these relics, and studies on them have begun. As this field could hinder future energy production operation on Talon 4, we must dismantle it as soon as possible. If this means the destruction of the Chozo artifacts, it will be done. We have confined the newfound energy source as Phazon, a V-index mutation of which we have very little reasonable data. Indication point to a meteor of unknown origin. And explain Phazon into environment. Hold on. Okay, I should get rid of my nose. Okay. This material appears to possess the power to mutate organic life form sufficiently to withstand its poison. These mutation appears promising with abrupt evolutionary leaps, appearing in signal generations production plans to establish a full science team on Talon 4 are being finalized. Phazon mining is underway. Several garrisons have been established, and terraforming of the Chozo ruins is underway. Security systems are operational, and science team continues to make progress in their biotech research. The Fendera's drift have proven to be an optimal location for research headquarters, and soon it will be joined by a fully operational combat base. A starport if command's predictions are half true. We shall rise to dominance in this sector within decacycles. Truly, these are glorious times. Metroid studies. Intentional transfer of the Metroids to Talon 4 research facilities have been complete. 3 were terminated in an incident at the landing site, but the others were pacified and transported safely. Additional Phazon infusion tests is underway. We are eager to observe the effects of Phazon on Metroids, especially on their ability to absorb and process the energy given off by Phazon sources. Early research suggests a considerable growth in power and size. Whether the creatures stay stable thereafter remains will be seen. Our intentional test exposing Talon 4's indigenous parasites to Phazon appears to be successful. Increasing in strength, size, and aggressiveness are common in all test subjects, as unforeseen evolutions like additional poison sacs within the abdomen and the appearance of a secondary ring of mandibles in several subjects. These creatures were chosen because of their resilience, and it appears possible that, given enough exposure to Phazon, they may one day be able to survive on any planet we transport them to. Our methods will have the refined. We currently have a 100% extinction rate after the 4th infusion period. The survivors of the 3rd infusion stage are violent and uncontrollable. That they have to be. I cannot pronounce that one. They even still, we remain hopeful that further experimentation will result in success. Mining operations have begun near the crater where Phazon appears to the most concentrated daily Phazon yield have increased 44%. And our mining system becomes more streamlined as personnel and equipment flows. Increased several incidents of Phazon introduced madness have been reported, promoting arguments life support regulations in the deeper chambers. Symptoms include loss of adrenaline, atratic reputation, muscle spasm, and in the most extreme cases, I cannot pronounce that. A timeline so many words I cannot pronounce. For the refinery operations is recommended as the material proven more unstable than intentional analysts indicate. Research outpost Glacier, one in the Panera's Drift region of Talon Mountains, is operating at 85% capacity. Sub-zero temperatures have made the Metroid sluggish and easy to control. Even those well in the Phazon infusion cycles cold containment. Wait, 1 moment. There we go. Dace's tanks are sufficient for the why are there so many words I cannot pronounce? But some of the larger Metroids have been moved to quarantine caves. Have been moved for safety purposes. Security doors remain an issue as malfunctions due to ice occur every day. Large predators in the wastes are also a concern, as they continue to kill personnel and breach secure areas. Unfortunately, it has become clear that our containment team cannot neutralize all of them without a vast increase in mutations and soldiers. Man, there's a lot of logs to go through. Most terraforming and of security checkpoints on Talon 4 is complete, but we continue to research the alarming epidemic of breaches by local creatures. Doors show no unauthorized entry, so we must presume the creatures are either slipping through. Yeah, I actually read this one like in the early episodes. I don't really need to read this one actually. Meta Ridley. The reconstruction of Geoform 187, codename Ridley, was recently completed after their defeat of Zebus. Command of ordered a number of mechanic improvements for him through aggressive. We're able to implement these changes in a cycle. The metamorphosis was painful but quite successful. In the end, early tests indicate a drastic increase in strength, modifiability, and offensive capability. Cybernetics models and armor planning have been added as well. We believe our creation, now called Meta Ridley, will become the mainstay of our security force, a job he will certainly relish. Confidence is high regarding Phazon application. We know enough about Phazon now to begin combining it with Space Pirate DNA. The codename for this venture is the Project Helix. Primarily, studies indicate that Phazon infusion could produce radical new pirates genomes. Benevelt mutations levels are high in current test subjects. Phazon badness is a concern, but refinement is the infusion process should neutralize the odds of material degeneration. Elite pirates. Intentional Project Helix experiment with space pirates animals were disastrous. The Phazon infusion process degenerates brain tissue, even as it augments muscle mass. None of what we have termed elite pirates live to literally a few that survived their infection suffered severe psychotic breakdowns as killing anything within their zone of perception. Research teams made a recent breakthrough in which the parasite studies with a Phazon strain code named Vertigo were highly successful. Since then, we have successfully fused Vertigo Phazon with Space Pirate DNA with great success. The last batch of elite pirates have researched mutually success and were ready for field testing and training. Wait, I thought I already read the Impact Crater. Okay, whatever. Investigations is a possible ingress point for the Impact Crater continue to meet with failure. The shield of the strange energy. The shield of strange energy that protects it is invulnerable, and all attempts to tunnel past it has proven fruitless. Our continued fatality in this matter is made all the more significant in light of the recent life form. Reading we've discovered emitting from deep within the crater. Analysts of the reading indicate that the massive creature is just laying there, absorbing enormous amounts of phazon from the phazon core. That the heart of the impact crater. This discovery makes accessing the crater doubly important. Not only will it open the door to the vast deposit of phazon within, but it will also lead us to this creature, whatever it may be. Science teams is attempting to reverse engineer Samus Aran's aerosol based off of the data acquired from her assaults on our forces. Progress is slowly but steadily. Command would dearly enjoy turning Aran's weapons against her. We believe we can implement beam weapons prototypes in 3 cycles. Aran's power suit technology remains a mystery, especially the curious morph ball function. All attempts at duplicating it have ended in disaster. 4 test subjects were horribly broken and twisted when they engaged our morph ball prototypes. Science team wisely decided to move on. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Afterward, yeah, I think that was a good choice because I'm pretty sure the morph ball was way more advanced than the suit itself. Part. Okay. Omega. Oh, okay, that's the different. I was about to say, like, didn't I already read that one? And I look up. I see Elite Pirates down Omega. The 2 different ones. Okay. Continuing. Elite Pirates upsloing. Dang it. Okay. For Phazon has enabled our research team to infuse to far beyond our safety restrictions, and the results have been extremely encouraging. Its consist Phazon diet has increased its mass. This extraordinary, but it has retained all mental faculties and shown, I cannot pronounce these words, which all elite weaponry include plasma integrated launchers and manta issue for cloaking purposes. Elite Pirates unspun healing abilities. When injured, it seeks out Phazon deposit and coats itself with the substance which instantly meets the creature's wounds. The subject, which we are codenaming Omega Pirate based on these developments, show potential to be a new standard for our armies. Our only concern at this point is its potential over-dependence on Phazon. As we continue to observe the developments of the Pirates Helix as elite pirates, it becomes increasingly obvious that these warriors will usher in a new era of space pirates dominance. They are incredibly resistant to damage, and their ability to transport and wield so many weapons at once makes them the ideal mainstays our ground forces. Though they are not as quick as typical pirates. Damn, okay, that's a lot of words. They are it makes little difference with a platoon of elite pirates in the vanguard of an army of normal and flying pirates. We will have a nearly indestructible backbone that should turn the tide in any engagement. Analysts continue to course ruin the Chozo temple that hovers near them. We are now completely certain the containment field denying us access to the impact crater is linked to the strange artifacts that belong in the temple. But we are no closer to finding them. Our deciphering the riddles that seem to cover every wall of the ruins. Place commands grows increasingly anxious for resolution to this matter, so we must redouble our efforts. X-ray squadrons will begin terrain sweeps within days. Until they begin, patrols are instructed to report any and all artificial anomalies to their commanders. We have come to another dead end. It is clear now that we will never discover the location of the chosen artifacts until we can decipher the message carved into the statue in this abdominal temple. Our language database, our warful and I cannot pronounce it, or just can come up with little more than vague theories. The best hypothesis that we can offer is that finding artifacts will require items spiritually linked to the Chozo civilization. However, without these items, we are lost, and command grows more impatient by the day. Results must be preceded soon. Metroid's this continues to provide more questions and answers. Our research teams have isolated the energy conduits that run from the massive and its twin mandibles, the energy core of the creature's quadruplet nucleus, but the manner in which a Metroid actually extracts the life force from its prey remains an unanswered mystery. The victim does not lose blood or any other virtual fluids, and yet the Metroids extract energy. Identifying this energy is our certain problem. If it takes no physical form as yet, without it, the victim dies. We will continue to research this matter as the isolation of this life-giving essence could be the key to our essence identities. Cannot pronounce that one, sorry. Dang, how many more? Some children's studies, gotta keep it on my... Oh, okay, there's a couple more. Alright. Results are in form field studies on the bioforms group Chozo who we believe are extinct. We believe that Talon 4 was once a stronghold in the Great Chozo Empire, brought low bit by the meteor strike planetary devastation brought, and the end of Chozo remains of their society remain. We we are studying these relics in an attempt to harness their power. What is of no use to us, we destroy. In time, we shall have all we need from this dead race, and shall wipe this planet clean of their ugly ruins, and dead should serve the living, not hinder them. That's kind of messed up. Although we are still no closer to finding the chosen artifacts, we have at least produced a viable that their function. It appears that each artifact corresponds to one of the statues on the temple platform, and that each one acts as a small key to a huge lock. Judging by the numbers of the statues, we are assuming there must be 12 artifacts. Once we find the resting spot of all 12, we can bring them here, unite them with their statues, and open the gates system at long last. Once we do, the impact crater and statue and whatever creature it shelters will be ours for the taking. Studies of Metroid's biologically continues with the limited progress. It seems likely that we will be much more successful using the Metroids for our means rather than trying to reduce their power. If they could be cartified tamed, we would have no need for a proper understanding of their metabolism. A small force of disciplined Metroids could wipe out entire armies at once. We find a way to shield them from cold containment weapons. I think Space Pirates were kind of on the same plane idea field of the space, Galactic Federation. Because on other I think they did that too. Okay, where was I again? And once we find they will be in total force. If we could then harvest the energy they consume, we would have a near limitless source of power at our disposal. And the last log. Space Pirates encryption did data. Damn, sorry, I'm read whatever I want to get. There have been numerous incidents involving spectral entities that Chozo ruins sites. Several personnel have been assaulted by these Chozo ghosts. Few have survived. Survivors speak of swift attacks from nowhere, brief sightings of the enemy, then nothing to be followed by another attack. Science teams believe these attacks are in response to our efforts to recover the chosen relics and the artifacts. Somehow, these entities are able to integrate with the physical world, and it appears they wish to keep their artifact to themselves. We will make them pay for such aggression or arrogance. For even ghosts, they can be destroyed. Alright. I guess I was right, I was going to be a little longer. Alright. That seems to be all. What is the research? Small energy. Okay. Well, I have got done. Finally. At long last. Of reading through all these logs. Well, if y'all like the was interested in the story of the Space Pirates, check out the other episode of the Chosen Lords. Supposed to take place before the pirates got to the planet. And also, please like and subscribe and turn on notification bell. And well, I still am waiting for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond to come out. And please, Nintendo, please make Prime 2 and 3 remasters. We all want it. And now, without any further ado, until next time.